Yeah. Mrs. Boy, that's really common among the ruling elite, isn't it? People like Barbara Bush and uh, you know who? Michelle, Michael, my husband Michael, and a lot of others. There's a lot of them. You know, Macron's wife. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, that shit bag right there. Oh, that shit bag. Arrgh! Oh my god. Oh my god. Mmm. Wow. Now that I like. And that's not white supremacy right there either. I'm good with those, and I'm good with the blondes and, you know, the red haired and all that. I'd rather have that than, well, you know, you can't say. You can't say on YouTube, you can't say on X, you can't say on Facebook, so. Murdered, and her son wounded while they made a delivery to a convenience store in Brooksville, Florida. God almighty. I'm so sick of it. I'm so absolutely sick of it. Not just me, millions and millions of other people. And not just in this country. This is the reason why our major cities in the United States are the murder capitals of the world, the homicide capitals of the earth. Something needs to be done, folks. Something needs to be done. Alrighty then. One more look at the lovely, oh my God, so lovely, Mrs. Chuck Schumer, a.k.a. Alexander Vendeman, Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vendeman. Yes. Yes. Okay. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. All right, we're loud enough, I think. Okay, so I'm just looking at some pictures. That's all I'm doing. Not spreading any disinformation. Not giving any particular bias to anything. Just looking at some pretty little pictures on the internet there. Pictures that I stole from the internet. Larcened. If the people were to ever find out what we have done, we would be chased down the streets and lynched. G.H.W. Bush, the motherfucker that sent me over to southern Iraq and Kuwait, you piece of crap. I know all about you now. Back then I didn't like you, but I know all about you now. Playa. So anyway, again, just some pictures, and I probably better go ahead and scroll past that. Murdered, of course. 27 being shot and killed by 3 black males during an armed robbery while in her car at a shopping center in Charlotte, North Carolina. Marquez, now saying, got a minor wrist slap and has already been arrested twice this year. Of course, what else would you expect? What else would you expect? 22 murdered execution style at a public housing project. Oh, God. I wouldn't be caught dead at a public housing project. What a nightmarish hellhole. Johnson City, Tennessee. Her baby dad. There go my baby dad. There go my baby dad. And 3 of his friends were charged. 15-year max. Already paroled, and dismissed. One of them had the charges dismissed. Privilege. Woman forgives her mother's killer and visits him in prison. Upon release, she gives him a job working at the house where he killed her mother. He murders her in the same house. Well, you kind of got what you deserved. Obviously a libtard. I mean, all you had to do was look at it. Yes, you can judge a book by its cover. Sometimes. Man shot and killed while driving his car in Birmingham. Cameron Keyshawn Jackson, charged with capital murder and the slaying of Devin Wayne Hughes. I'm surprised they're charging him with capital murder. No motive given. I can give you a motive because this dude is white and probably did something. Probably didn't do anything, but something he did made this thing right here, and I'm not calling it a man. I'm not calling it a human. I'm calling it a thing. It's a monster. Saw something that this guy did and thought, he disrespecting me now, son, and decided to kill him over it. That because he was white. I'm always right. Always. Mother of two, 24, killed during a home invasion at an Akron, Ohio apartment complex. Well, of course. Police say Denzel. Now, of course his name is Denzel. Was seen running away yelling, I told y'all I wasn't playing now, son. I had told y'all I wasn't playing. Oh, God. Who in their right mind would mix with that culture? Kroger is shutting down grocery stores in black Milwaukee neighborhoods. Locals call it racism. This be some racism. Corporations call it business. Here's the truth. First they defund police, then crime surges, then retailers flee, then they blame racism. There's a white dude right there. A white shooter. Store opens in black neighborhood. Black people steal so much that the store is forced to close. Black people call store racist for not staying open so that they can continue stealing. White dude. Dark skin. Afro. White dude. Fatigue is right. One of the most violent members of the black mob that attacked and almost killed a male tourist and a single mother after a Cincinnati jazz festival was released on a $400 bond. $400. This piece of shit. This dangerous, violent criminal that belongs in jail probably for decades, probably for the rest of his life. There's no telling how many violent crimes that thing has committed. DEI, get out of here. I just don't want to see anything about DEI right now or this kind of shit right here. Them white folks had big for it now, son. I be your motherfucking government. What were these awards for? I'm going to say kid banger right there, kid banger right here, kid trafficker right here, kid something or another, probably a trafficker right here, and just criminal against humanity right there. Next. Sued for $350 million. Let's hope so. This thing right here deserves to perish in prison. Oh my God. Get it out of here. Morally white. The shooter was, he was black, but he was morally white. What, meaning like he worked 40 to 60 hours a week and paid a mortgage and raised a family? White privilege. Beats a white man within an inch of his life at a jazz festival, released on $400 bail. Leaves tire marks from his truck on a Pride crosswalk. Scared to even say that word on YouTube. You can't say anything on YouTube anymore. Released on $2,000 bail. That white privilege. Lock white men out of the military, lock white men out of corporate jobs, lock white men out of politics, lock white men out of medicine, lock white men out of tech. Where do you think this is going to lead? Downfall, collapse, bang. Oh, but the good will survive it. It'll just be the wicked that are wiped away. It's their end times. Their end times, not ours. What a surprise. Illegal alien in California granted a restraining order by a San Francisco federal judge, barring ICE agents from taking him into custody. 2 weeks later, he's arrested for a string of crimes, including attempting to steal a car with a 3-year-old child inside. Jamil James, 917, you know, murdered Kevin Puskowski, 31, on I-70 in Denver, Colorado, allegedly because he thought his victim was driving too slow. Again, he was disrespecting me, your motherfucking honor. I had to kill him, you know what I'm saying? Oh, why you know? God almighty. God almighty. And this dude right here. I mean, I never really liked him, but I kind of fell for him. At one time, I thought that he was a patriot. I thought that he was a good guy. Boy, I couldn't be more wrong. This piece of crap. Of course, I've known this for a while now. I've known this for 2 or 3 years now. He's a total piece of crap, a total federalist spook. He's a piece of freaking garbage. He wants to shame these super criminals instead of arresting them and putting them in prison and worse for high crimes. He wants to shame them. They don't need to be arrested. They need to be shamed. If I'm walking down the street and I see some dude beat up or mug an old lady or punch a little kid in the face, I'm not going to go, shame on you, and walk away. I am going to unleash everything that I've got on that motherfucker. Sorry for the language, ladies. I get a little worked up over this stuff sometimes. Woman admits she made up rape claims that put an innocent man in jail and reveals she targeted him over his creepy looks. Well, I think you should go to prison for about 20 years and come out after your looks are gone. And that would probably do the trick for a little piece of crap like yourself. 6-year-old first grade student Dedrick tried to kiss his classmate Kayla and was rejected. The next day, Dedrick, took his uncle's gun to school and fatally shot Kayla inside of their classroom. Yes. Brutally murdered while standing in line at a food truck in Kansas City, Missouri. Deontay, you know, was losing a fight down the road and opened fire. He received a wrist slap plea deal, making him eligible for parole in 2034. Well, of course, that's called privilege, which these people don't have much of. Controversy as judge accuses armed robbery victims of stereotyping after their daughter, 3, who had a gun put to her head, lives in constant fear of black man. Man, they let anybody become a judge. Well, especially if you're one of them. And you is woke. Oh, they give you some power over the innocent. Oh, you piece of crap. Well, at least there's one more little girl that'll grow up knowing the truth about these. The problem with whiteness. Replace whiteness with any other ethnicity, and this would be banned worldwide. Multiculturalism. Canada has brought in tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of these things, these humanoids that are not compatible with civilization, that don't even know that you're not supposed to drop your pants and shit in the streets in front of children and women. They have to put signs up now in all their cities to remind these people, they ain't people, to remind these things not to shit in the streets. Canada, oh Canada, fuck you Canada. Even though I know most Canadians are good people, it's their city people that are commie scum. Why do all female police chiefs look like miserable, angry, you know what? God almighty, that is disgusting. Ugh. Politically incorrect sheriff tells citizens to shoot to kill home invaders. Well, yeah, I mean, that should be your gut instinct. It's really something when you have to have leadership in law enforcement come out and tell the people what they have a right to do. God gives you that right. These people are breaking in your house, especially if you got a family. Especially if you got a family, you freaking open fire without mercy. But even if you don't, your gut instinct tells you to get them before they get you. So myself, personally, I'd deliver the first shot to the genitals and then give them a few minutes to suffer and realize that it's all over because their genitals are gone and life is no good after that, right? So, and then I delivered the money shot, so to speak. This thing right here wants to know why mug shots weren't taken of the white folks who were assaulted in the brutal Cincinnati, Ohio beating. They all think alike. They all are extreme racist. They're racial supremacists. They believe that their race is superior to the other races. They say it on a constant basis. I never hear any white people, Asian people, Native Americans, Hispanic. I never hear anybody claim that their race is superior to the other races, which, by the way, is the definition of the word racism. One who believes that his or her race is superior to the other races. And that's all they talk about. That's all these people talk about. Is how white men can't do this. White men ain't that. A black man can do this. A black man can do that. A black man got a big dick. Now I'm saying black man can fuck better. Black man can dance better. Black man can play baseball better. Black man can play football better. Black man can play basketball better. North Charleston, South Carolina police say a youth pulled a loaded short-barreled Armalite-style rifle with a 30-round mag out of his pants when they tried to detain him. The name, race, and age of the youth is classified. Of course, it's like around here, every morning on the 45-minute drive to work, I hear one story after another about the horrors from the night before, the previous night. And it's all that certain ethnicity, that inner city culture, because they will never give you the race of the suspect that they're looking for or the people that they caught that did the crime. They'll tell you for further details on the suspect. Go to their website. When it's a white man, they will tell you immediately, police are looking for a 34, 35-year-old white male. So the media truly is the, how do I say this, non-sequentially, the enemy of the people. They truly are. Seattle Public Schools shuts down gifted and talented program for being oversaturated with white and Asian students. Well, of course, white and Asian students don't have SAT scores that rank lower than even the dumbest third world countries like Angola and Chad. But our certain community, they have the lowest on earth, making them the dumbest, making them the most violent culture that has ever existed at any time on this planet. All white folks is racist. Well, it's the other races too, because they're all, the internet has opened everybody's eyes. Everybody can see you. Everybody's sick of you. All races are sick of you. The American ones, that is. Just the American ones. Now, they tell you what they're planning on doing to rebuke white nationalism. We can replace them. See, they want to get rid of you. They want to deem all of you as white nationalists and white supremacists. Get rid of you, okay? And then replace you with themselves, because they can't build anything. Never have, never will. That's Stacey Abrams, by the way. If a group of white people beat a black person in the street, it would be national news for weeks. If a group of black people beat a white person, the media refuses to cover it. Always remember that. That's a little bit of knowledge right there. Assassinated Jap PM didn't follow WEF orders, didn't mandate the sent 1.6 million doses back and gave citizens the paste, the stuff that you take. If you don't know, you need to know. And so that's why they killed him. Actually, I was watching his assassination, and just something about it wasn't right. Something was funny. A lot of funny things going on in the world. Died suddenly. It's okay to be white. You know, it's absurd. Of course it's okay to be white. The people that built everything, pretty much, along with the Asians and the Arabs. It's ridiculous that there would be a movement to reassure the younger people that it's okay to be white. But that's exactly what's going on. There's now a movement to try to reassure young people that you're not a racist, you're not a colonizer, and it's okay to be white. Oh my God, these people, they're actually worse than those people over there in Germany in the 1930s and 40s that did what they did what we were told they did. The entire board of California's Highlands Community Charter School resigned after $180 million meant for immigrant education was funneled into fake students, non-existent classes, luxury travel, of course, like cruise ships and shit, and flights to Jamaica, and padded salaries for friends. All their friends that look like them. Oh my God, it's absolutely disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. It is incredibly alarming, but something's going to happen soon, and the wicked are going to be destroyed. The good are going to inherit the earth. So these people are going to probably get a little while longer. I hope it's not 5 or 10 more years, for God's sakes. But these people are going down. And then the meek will inherit the earth. Anyway, that is enough for right now. And my ass is out of here. I'll catch you next time, player.